Still feeling poorly this morning with the grandchildren leaving me with a cold. I've got SPY up here, sort of my no trade zone for the day. In other words, I'm looking for some sort of activity to happen here. You may wonder why I've got it right up here. Obviously, it matches up to the pre-market highs. That's really a coincidence more than anything else because if you take a look at it, it matches up to what happened at the kill zone time, right? European market 12:35 a.m. this morning with futures right there, kaboom. I'm really not interested in anything long unless we break above that, right? If we do break above that, then I'm starting to look at a 59.25 level of resistance. Why is that a level of a potential resistance? Because at one point in time, it doesn't show up here, but if you go back, it was all-time highs right there, okay? So that's why I've got that there. Doesn't mean that it's going to stop there. It's just something I have marked. But right now, I see this whole area right here, if you're trading SPX or SPY, as being no trade zones. I'm not comfortable. I mean, it's right in the middle of a channel right now. Now, if you are looking for something a little bit wider in terms of opportunities, you could take this all the way up until you get here, right? Now, what is here? That's Friday's pre-market highs, and it came down from there after a gap, retested where on its way to try to fill the gap. I actually almost took a trade there on Friday, but I didn't, thankfully. I did take a trade here on Friday, somewhere in this area. Because I know I drew down from like 265 to 235 on SPXs. I was down like, well, I don't know, $15 per contract. And then it took off on me and gave me like I forget exactly, but it was easily a 2.5x on the trades, mostly because of this candle right here. That happened close to end of day 1:40 in the afternoon. I had that as a really key area of support, still do on the SPY. Actually, the reason I drew down was I entered it in here. I had this area as the area of support. So tells you that support resistance are areas. They are not specific price points, which when you're playing SPX is a pain in the ass because precision is awesome if you can hit it. And I did have a stop further down here, which would have probably cost me about $80 a contract if I would have lost the trade, but I got lucky. Part of it was intuition at that moment in time, because the SPY had already moved 9 points by that time, way past the expected move on the day, and so when I started to see this volume build back up in here, as you can see, because you can see volume start to build, and volume always starts to build prior to price move, and that's exactly what happened here. So it was more intuition taking a put or taking a call down here than it was anything else. Because this is a falling knife. I was trying to catch a falling knife. It's not a great strategy. It's not an A+ setup. It is more of a setup that came from experience, looking at all the factors converging at the same time, and taking a shot. Right. I wish I would have taken a lot more of these. Because it would have paid really, really, really well. And I actually wish I would have gone on even lower on the delta because there was a delta. There was a contract trading down here somewhere around $60 that went to 270, right? And so if you take a look at that at $60, depending on the size of your account, your risk reward, you take 20 of those, you're talking about $1,200, right? So if you take that and let's just say you got on at 220, took them the whole way out, that's 160 times 20. That's a $3,200 trade. So that's a 2x or on 1,600. But didn't do it. So for today, what am I looking for? Oh, market just seems to be weak. The only one that has any kind of action is this one right here. And the reason for that is Tesla stock jumps on report Trump teams to create rules for self-driving cars. That's the two news stories that I can see, right? Tying to a Robovan, two-seat Cyper, future final cut its Tesla Inc. stake. So when you get a news jump like this, when they talk about something that it wouldn't even happen until after Trump was already in office, I wouldn't chase this up here. If anything, to me this looks like a fade play. I'm not telling you to fade it. I'm saying to me it looks like a fade play. What are the chips doing this morning? Nvidia, where are you, baby? Chips down 254. Semis. Sectors, where's the semis? There they are. Semis are right there. So, yeah, let's go back to Nvidia. Down to 50. Chips are just taking a hit. You can't get it rolling. Let's go back to the semis again. Okay, MCH down 16. Let's look at AMD. Yeah, look at AMD though. Strange stock. TSM is down. MU is up 28. Okay, so it's a mixed bag. Let's take a look at the indexes. SMH down 95. I think that might be the first or second size-wise for the semis. Semis are going to lead this charge back up. SOX is up by 7 seconds. So it's a mixed bag on the semis right now. So I'm waiting to see what the market's going to show me this morning before I do anything. We do have, obviously, on Wednesday, I believe, of this week, this particular baby doll right here, NVIDIA, reporting right here. This is reporting Wednesday, I believe, at 4:20 Eastern Time. This could make or break the market in terms of where we are right now in this channel. This is a wider channel I had up earlier. This is a narrower channel right here. I consider this a no trade zone. I mean, I don't see anything in here that makes any sense to try to trade. Now, I'm not saying you can't find a scalp. There's always a scalp to be had. Pick up a quick 40, 50 bucks per contract and play SPX. Couple things to pay attention to. This is the 20 SMA right here at 58.94. All right. This is the 20 SMA right here at 584.44. Those are my thoughts for today. It's not I guess it's a pivotal week if you think of NVIDIA as being the pivotal AI play and AI being the pivotal theme for the year. But let's just wait and see what happens. Be back later.